My life, siding with the underdogs. My name is Judith Straub. I was born and raised in a suburb of Louisville, Kentucky. I'm the youngest of 4 children and the only girl. I have one living brother. Growing up, my brothers were determined to make sure I wasn't spoiled, so they set about teaching me boy things, such as how to throw, catch, and hit a baseball. I climbed trees and walked on our porch roof at their dare. There were still things I couldn't do because I was a girl. Go places by myself, learn carpentry, or play with a chemistry set. It was a very big deal when I was allowed to mow the lawn, just like the boys. I also became friends with a neighbor child who had cerebral palsy and hydrocephalus. He taught me not to worry about what others think of you, but about who you are as a person. From these experiences, I recognized a deep kinship with underdogs, the people on the margins of society, and eventually I found my way to social work. There were some detours along the way, including getting married and having 3 children, one of whom died. That was the worst time of my life. Fortunately, the other 2 have given me some of the best times of my life. The second worst time was getting divorced, but the divorce ended up pushing me to become more independent and strong-willed. More detours include a time as a small farmer, an elementary school teacher, and a stint in the geology department at Colgate. Then I earned a master's degree in social work. While working on this degree, I also worked for Madison County Child Protective Services as a caseworker and at Liberty Resources as a case manager. These jobs involved seeing people in their homes in the midst of poverty and desperation and offering what help and hope I could. After completing the degree, I worked as a mental health counselor to try to help people find healthy ways out of desperation, and before they ended up with social services and the courts. There are many good memories of these careers, especially in learning what strengths people have in facing and rising above horrible situations. I think the most help I gave was in listening to people's struggles, validating their lives, and supporting them in finding possible ways forward. A highlight of my life was to take part in the Women's March on Washington, January 21st, 2017. It was such an amazing experience to be with hundreds of thousands of mostly women of all ages and walks of life, marching peacefully, sharing stories and goals for a humane approach to our country's and the world's issues. I've also done volunteer work with hospice, teaching English as a second language, with farm worker families, and with disabled children and adults in Haiti. I've been honored to teach a class in person in mental health to occupational therapy students in Haiti, and one by Zoom. I've especially enjoyed getting my dog trained as a therapy dog, and then spending time with him at nursing homes, schools, and colleges. I also volunteer with a Quaker advocacy team, which lobbies our members of Congress about stopping U.S. involvement in wars and supporting alternatives to war. My life also includes deep and abiding relationships with family and friends, love of the outdoors, especially hiking with my dog, writing poems and stories, and reading, and more reading.